Happy Tuesday, everyone. It's Ashley Nicole Flowers, the program supervisor for senior centers and programs. And today I want to talk about an epidemic that we're not talking about right now. Each year, an estimated 5 million older adults are abused, neglected, or exploited. Older Americans lose an estimated of $2.6 billion or more annually due to elder financial abuse and exploitation of funds that could be used to pay for basic needs such as housing, food, and medical care. Unfortunately, abuse occurs in every demographic and can happen to anyone, a family member, a neighbor, even you. It is estimated that only 1 in 5 of these crimes are reported. How can this be within our own community? Well, this week we celebrated World Elder Abuse Awareness Day, and this is a perfect opportunity to provide us a better understanding of what neglect is, of how we can report it. And this year our theme is lifting up our voices. So today I want to lift up my voice. It is my mission, my faith mission, to provide a community that's strong, and for the city of Mobile seniors to be aware of what's going on and to really put our faith into action. So we needed to honor and respect and love and care for our older adults within this community. So this week we are talking about elder abuse and how it can affect you, and what are some of the scams you can be on the lookout for, and how we can prevent it. So we're at Parkway Senior Center, and this site is located at 1600 Boykin Boulevard, and I learned my lesson the last time. I have my sunglasses on this time, so I do not squint my eyes, so bear with me. But we love our Parkway Senior Center. We are in the midst of adding some fitness equipment and some additional rooms out here. We've hired a center manager that is amazing with our seniors. What is elder abuse? It can be neglect, physical abuse, sexual abuse, financial abuse and exploitation, emotional or psychological abuse and neglect. And that includes verbal abuse and threats, abandonment, self-neglect. So there is some debate over whether mistreatment by strangers can be explicit of abuse or senior abuse, or is it just regular abuse? So who is at risk? Elder abuse can happen to anyone. That's what we talked about earlier. It can happen to any culture, any race, any socioeconomic status. It can occur anywhere in the community. It can occur in nursing homes, assisted living facilities, in hospitals, in our senior centers. So based on information that we have, women and older elders, which is 80 and above, are more likely to be victimized and mistreated, and most often perpetrated by the victim's own family member. So some common risk factors for elder abuse. It can be the victim has dementia, the perpetrator and or the victim has mental health or substance abuse issues. It can be social isolation. So right now during the COVID-19 isolation period, elders are more likely to be abused, whether it be a scam or somebody coming to check on them or telling them that they would get their groceries. So we want to really trust the people in our lives right now. Poor physical health, which increases vulnerability and thereby may increase the risk of whether or not that you can be affected of abuse. So why does this abuse remain so invisible is the question. So it's like any other violence that occurs in our community. They feel, if you have been part of this, you feel ashamed or embarrassed. And especially if it is a family member that has done this to you, you might be afraid if the perpetrator will get into trouble, worry that they will be forced to live in a nursing home. And this, it sometimes happens. Let's face the truth right now. So you might feel guilty of how someone else is to blame. And then you might be in denial that abuse is occurring, or even unaware of the situation if you are having abuse and neglect in your life. And then you might be afraid, if you report it, that the abuse will get worse. So some people who experience elder abuse may also be unable to speak out. So this year, our Lift a Voice theme, we want to give you the resources where you can speak out. So some people are required to report it by law. So in our division, we all do mandated reporter, and we are trained every year in this, where if we suspect that one of you are getting mistreated, we have certain protocols that we have to follow, which is an awesome protocol. And if you really think that you've been abused, or if you know someone who is abused, so we can call 911, our city police, or even the sheriff's office, and you can tell them, that you want to report an elder abuse. So even the our area agency on aging, they have an ombudsman, and you can even talk to them to investigate the situation. So I'm standing outside of Connie Hudson Senior Center, our biggest senior center within the city of Mobile. We are still honoring our great outdoors and coming to you from the outdoors of all of our facilities, our senior centers within the city. But we just want to protect our community right now. We want to lift up our voices for our elders. We want to bring awareness for the World Awareness Elder Abuse Day, and everybody deserves the right to safety and justice. So we want to protect our community, protect our seniors. We have partnered with AARP and Better Business Bureau in the past to give you some resources. We want to build a response team. If you have questions, call us. If one of our employees doesn't know the answer to it, then they have the information and resources to get them to you, and to get that information for you. So we want to extend the lifting up our voices for Elder Abuse Day to a yearly event. We want to be your voice if you cannot be your own voice. So please remember, you are not in this alone. You have senior centers and programs along your side. Everyone has a right to safety and justice. But it's estimated that millions of older adults from all walks of life encounter these types of scams every year. We sure do have some beautiful senior centers in the city of Mobile. And now we want to talk about, is it a scam? Is the salesperson using a high-pressure sales tactics? Scams often say things like, act now, time is running out, this is a one-time offer. Are you being asked to pay any upfront fees, whether it's the lottery or the sweepstakes? Are you being told you won a contest that you didn't enter? Have you been scammed in the past? Often scam victims have their personal contact information sold to other con artists. Did you receive any unsolicited emails or phone calls for services that you were not seeking? Always research the companies. Are you being contacted by the police over the phone? Verify that they are who they are and they say who they are. Some scams begin with a person. So how do we protect ourselves right now? Sign up for the Do Not Call registry at www.donotcall.gov. And then here is how to learn about scams and stay informed. It's Ashley Nicole Flowers with the City of Mobile Programs and Senior Centers. If you have any questions about any of this, please reach out to us on our email at mprdseniors@cityofmobile or call us at our offices at 251-208-6701. And here is a website that I'm leaving you with of how to stay up to date on scams and stay informed. Happy World Awareness Elder Abuse Day, and we hope you enjoyed our Technology Tuesday segment this week.